Hello friends, in my previous monster killing video, I spoke regarding the debuff part, right? So that we can kill the monster easily and we don't have to use much higher number of caps. And in this particular video, guys, I'm gonna cover up all the basics that relate to the buff part, means all the freely available generals, that way that we can use it, and the best setup that could be there through the freely available gates, and also all the skill book through which we can maximize our buffs, right? So I'm gonna cover up all of these things within this video and all the basics, so that this video should be the one-stop watch for all the players who might be struggling in terms of killing the monster, right? So guys, now firstly, before starting this video, let me, speak about the pretty basic stuff. We use the mounted troop to kill the monster, and simply the reason is why, because mounted troop is having the highest attacking power and also the decent defense and HP. If we are going to compare with all the troops within the game, means this is the most balanced troop within the game with the highest attacking power and the decent defense and HP, and this is the reason why we use the mounted troop or calves to kill the monsters, right? Now guys, apart from it, this whole game is revolving around the buffs. Now we speak about the buff, then it is the attack, HP and defense. As we are speaking about the monster killing, so we need the attack, HP and defense for the mounted troop, right? And another thing is what we need the debuff, right? To reduce the monster attack and also reduce the monster defense, right? So the whole game, will going to revolve around the buff and debuff, so that we can kill the monster pretty easily. So guys, let's firstly speak about the buff part, exactly from where we can get the attack, defense and HP, right? So firstly guys, let's start with the general. Now guys, in the general selection, you can see the headline that do not use these as a main general, right? So guys, firstly, all of these are pretty good monster killing general, but I do not want any of you to use these general or any new general as a main general that is not freely available, guys. And simply the reason why, because you would not be able to ascend these general, as you would be needing the dozens of same general to do it, so right? And these are monster specific general, so you would not be able to use them in PvP. And guys, that is why from the starting we need to proceed with the generals that can be used in PvP and monster killing as well, right? As guys, simply we cannot make two separate general for PvP and monster killing, but we can use these general as a assistant general, because obviously these are the pretty good general, right? And now guys, let me show you which general that we need to use it as a main monster killing general. So guys, right now you can see it. These general we can use as a main general, as these are freely available in Tavern, and we can easily ascend these generals, right? And I see a lot of people guys that many peoples are already using the legion. So if in case guys you already have the speciality upgraded of legion and you're already using the legion, then there is no need to look back. Proceed with the legion. That's also a good general that is giving the good mounted troop buff, right? Otherwise, guys, if you can get the Roland Martinez and Honeybell, right? All of these are the good one. Whatever you can get it from the tavern, just go with it. These are the good one. And guys, we do not need to be specific in general, as long as these are giving the good mounted troop buff, because we also have the debuff also available, right, to make things easier for us in terms of killing the monsters, right? So that's why we don't need to be specific who is giving the 5% or 10% more buff, right? These are the good general, you can use it and proceed with your monster killing, right? And now guys, let's speak about the assistant general. Guys, firstly, let me speak a little bit about the assistant general part. Guys, firstly, there is no need to put gates on, these assistant general, and simply the reason is why, because gates do not work on assistant general. So what exactly works from the assistant general? These skill books and also these speciality, right? If you upgrade them, so these speciality and these skill books, only these things works from the assistant general, nothing else. No gates, nothing, right? So guys, from for the assistant general part, you only need to focus on these two things, right? Not even the speciality, guys, because we have the debuff available, so we don't need to be that hardcore, right? So only upgrade speciality of your main general, right? But still, if in case you want, then you can upgrade this speciality of your assistant general as well, right? And now guys, which assistant general you can go with, right? So guys, again, I'm gonna suggest you firstly the Babber. Simply the reason is why, because I give pretty high value to the double drop rate, right? The 25% double drop rate, right? And also Babber is freely available from the tavern, so many of you can easily get this particular general and use it as a assistant general, right? Or if in case guys you have the these generals available, or you happen to get these general, then you can use these general as well, right? Like this Atha field, right? That is giving you the mounted troop attack and defense, right? 55%. And plus, why I'm asking you to use this particular general, because all of the monster killing general, what they have, and then that is the pretty good thing, you know is this particular one, the double item drop rate from monster, right? So if you upgrade it, so you can get the pretty good amount of the double item drop rate from monsters, right? And again guys, in the assistant general, I do not recommend upgrading all the speciality. You can save your runestone and spend somewhere else in the defense, and might be on the other troop general, right? So there is no need to be much specific, because we have the debuff available, to support us, so that we can kill the monster easily. Otherwise, if you're going for the rally and all, right, then you can upgrade this skill as well, right? The monster attack minus 1% and the double drop from here. Otherwise, I do not suggest in the assistant general, to upgrade all of these skills. Yeah, guys, there is I just do not find any point in doing it, so right? Otherwise guys, if in case you're having any difficulty, in achieving any new general, that can go in your assistant general, right? Then what other option that you also have, that you can achieve it pretty easily, guys, this general, Beaufort. Guys, you can go with this particular general as well. This is the purple general, means from the tavern. Pretty easily you can get it. Every player, can get this general pretty easily, so easy to achieve. And simply reason is why, because guys, this is giving the 30% mounted troop attack, while going against the monsters. And plus I'm able to put up this skill book as well, mounted troop attack against the monster. So it is the 45 and 30 75% over here. Plus it is not also affecting the this skill book as well, mounted troop attack, and no, neither the my main general skill book as well. So in terms of the combination, this is going pretty good, and pretty much giving me almost around the 130% buff, from these skill book only, right? And guys, for these general, you do not need to upgrade the speciality, right? So this is also the pretty good general, that is so easy to achieve it. And guys, I do not recommend the Sanada like generals in the assistant, guys, because over here I want all of you to focus only on the buff part, right? Because debuff, we will get it from our subordinate cities, right? If we're going for the solo attack, then debuff we will get it from over here, right? So on our main general, guys, and assistant general, focus on the buff part, and for the debuff part, we would be focused on the subordinate city, right? And there is no need to put the debuff everywhere, right? We need to go with the combination, so that we can get the pretty good outcome. And guys, these skill books that we put it on our main and assistant general is the most easiest way to get the huge buff instantly, if we implementing in the right way, right? So let me show you guys how exactly you need to put the skill book, because you might be having the different general. So let me show you how you need to do it. So guys, here you can see the skill book combination that I have specified for all of you. I have mentioned the name as well, mounted troop attack, level 4 luck, if in case we are not using the Babber. Level 4 luck, march size, mounted troop against monster, mounted troop defense against monster, mounted troop HP against monster. As in total we have the 6 slots, 3 on the main general and 3 on the assistant general. So in total 6 slots. So these skill books you have to put up. Guys, sooner or later, but you only need to put up these skill books only. And if in case guys you unable to put any of this skill book out of these 6, then as a alternate you can put up these skill books. Suppose, let me give you the example. If you're going with the legion, right, then you would not be able to put this mounted troop attack skill book. Then in that case you can choose any skill book, from these below two, right, and can put in place of this skill book, right? Or for example, if you're going with the Babber, then you would not be able to put up the level 4 luck, right? Then in that scenario, go with the mounted troop HP and the mounted troop defense, right? And apart from it, guys, if suppose you're going with the Atha field like general in the assistant general, right, you would not be able to use the mounted troop attack against monster and mounted troop defense against monster, these kind of the skill book. So so on that time, instead of these skill books you can use these skill books, right? But in the end you have to fill all these 6 slots with these skill books. If in case not these, then you have to use these two as a alternate, right, to give you the as much as buff possible, guys, right? So this is the best possible combination, right? Now guys, let me speak about the combination part as well while choosing the main general and assistant general. How to know whether your combination is working or not, so that you should not have any problem, right? So let me show you that. Suppose guys, I want to put this particular general, as assistant general. It is giving the mounted troop attack by 40% and increase ground troop and mounted troop defense by 30%. Right? The pretty much good buff he's giving in his in this skill book, right? So let me put up into the assistant general, right? Now guys, you can see the this skill book has been graded. So what that mean? Let's click on it. You can see game is saying that the skill is the same as the main general skill Glory Knight and cannot take effect, right? So what does that mean, right? So what game is saying that this Glory Knight skill that Roland is having and this blow general, this particular skill, is exactly the same. So that's why it cannot take effect, right? Now here I'm putting up the mounted troop attack skill book. Why it is not taking effect? Because again, over the main general also the mounted troop attack skill book is there. So that's why it is below one is also not taking effect, because it is the same one, right? So guys, that's why by clicking on the this grade skill book, you can see why it is not working. Now let me show you the one more combination. Suppose guys, if I put up the leasing as the assistant general, now let's click on it. Guys, you can see this skill book is not working. Now why it is not working? I will click on it. The game is saying that the skill is the same as main general skill level 4 mounted troop attack. Means this skill book is not working because of level 4 mounted troop attack skill book, right? So it means the below legion skill book is not working because of this skill book, right? So if I remove this skill book, then legion this particular skill book will start working. So guys, that's how you can also check it your combination, whether your all of your skill book is actually working or not, whether this is the right combination or not, right? Now guys, let's speak about the gear setup. What could be the best possible combination from the game given freely available gears, right? So guys, for that, firstly let me show you the upgradation process. Guys, firstly let's take a look at this particular image. Guys, firstly, if we suppose if in case we want the ads gear or imperial gear, then for that firstly we need to make the dragon gear. And once we have the dragon gear, only then afterwards we can upgrade it to the ads gear. And once we have the ads gear, and only afterwards we can upgrade it to the imperial gear, right? So to have the imperial gear or ads gear, dragon gear is the basic requirement, right? Now similarly guys, the another option, we also have the Akmenide gear, right? So if we want to have the Parthian gear, firstly we need to make the Acminidae gear, then we can upgrade it to the Parthian gear, right? So these are the gears that is available in the game and we can use within the monster killing. So let me show you what best possible combination we can make it. Now guys, let's take a look at this particular image. The best gear setup for monster killing, right? Guys, I'm delivering you the four pieces of the ads gear. All of these are giving the pretty good mounted true buff, right? Plus, we would be able to activate the second skill of ads gear as well. That is also very helpful, right? And in the courageous dragon armor, if you have the wonder, then you can, make the courageous ads armor. Otherwise, guys, you can use the courageous dragon armor only, right? And in the ring part, guys, I'm mentioning the courageous dragon ring. Why not the upgraded version? Because simply only the dragon ring gives the double drop rate, and this is hugely important in the monster killing. So that's why we only need to use the dragon ring over here. Now, guys, here let me show you the my general. I'm using the again these all are the four pieces of ads gear, right? Where two pieces I have upgraded to the Imperial Spear, right? You can see the Imperial leg armor. These are the upgraded version of the air spear, right? Otherwise, these are the air's helmet that I showed into the picture, and these are the air's boot, right? And here I'm using the dragon ring because of the double item drop rate, right? And if in case here, if you have the wonder activated, you can upgrade it to the air's armor, right? And you can clearly see even over here it is clearly giving the all the mounted troop buff, mounted troop attack, troop defense, troop HP. Even over here you can see mounted troop HP, marching mounted troop HP, and even over here you can see mounted troop attack and the mounted troop defense, right? Even over here you can see the mounted troop defense, mounted troop attack. Even over here you can see all the mounted troops, and here is the double drop rate, right? So all of these are the specific for the mounted troop buff only, right? And guys, apart from it, pay attention to the refining as well. You need to refine all of your gear. Understand one thing, do not try to do these kind of the things that you're doing the few refining and getting the few buffs over here, and then you checking on the monster whether these buff are working or not. Guys, game is so complicated, right? Just understand the basic that more buff is there and it will automatically give you the more advantage. And guys, refining part, obviously go for the all four slots, right? I know it's gonna be the difficult, but sooner or later, spend the time to go for the all the slots because it's gonna be helpful in the monster killing and also in the PvP as well, right? For all of your gears. And for the PvP part, what I do, I just change this ring to my Courageous Acminidae ring, right? And as of now, right now, I am able to make this civilization gear as well. So I use this particular gear when I go for the PvP. Otherwise, previously, when I didn't had that, I was simply using the this particular setup, you know, while going for the monster killing. And this is the best possible setup, guys, right? And now, guys, suppose if in case guys you have your wonder activated, right? It is there at the level 1, then you can make this particular piece courageous as armor, and you have this particular piece available, you can put it over here and over here with the courageous dragon ring, and you can go for the monster killing, right? And guys, on your general, if you want, you can use the this blue dragon, right, to give you the more buff. Over here, this particular dragon, you can have the refinement, right? I have done the mounted troop attack and HP. You can go for the all the attack. I'm doing the HP because I'm lacking the HP in the PvP part, right? So you can use this particular blue dragon, and the reason is why, because it gives the mounted troop attack buff, right? So you have to use this blue dragon on your mounted general, right? In the PvP as well, and also in the monster killing as well, it is pretty helpful. And in the talent part, in this particular one you can upgrade it and you will get the more buff, marching mounted troop attack, these kind of one, right? Apart from it, guys, in the spiritual beast, I would say, for this particular one, right, the mounted troop attack, defense and HP, and it gives the double item drop rate from monster. That is pretty much helpful. So right now game has released the more spiritual beast that is giving the mounted troop buff, but this one, it looks pretty wonderful simply just because of this double item drop rate, right? Now guys, let's speak about general upgradation. As general also gives the huge buff. So as we covering all the basics, so let's speak about the general upgradation part where we need to give more focus. So guys, just for an example, let's take the example of this level 1 general, right? Firstly, from which area general is giving the buff? Firstly guys, these leadership, attack, defense, politics, these attribute you can see these are giving the huge buff. As you will add the more value in it, they will gonna give the huge buff, right? And apart from it, this skill book is there. As you can clearly see, it is giving the buff, and plus all of these skills are there when we would be going to ascend the general, right? And after that you can also see the all of these speciality that requires the gems and runestone to upgrade it. So from all of these speciality we also get the buff from the general, right? So now guys, let's speak about this particular attributes parts where you can see the value, how exactly it is giving the buff and how exactly we need to upgrade it. So firstly guys, let me show you here. You can see the two section. One is these white numbers and plus these green zero numbers, right? So firstly, how to add the value in these white number? So to do those things, firstly, let's add the some experience. Firstly, guys, let's see the value over here. It is the 119, So what will happen when I will add the experience? Now at level 9, you can see the 190, 195, 190, 171. All of these attributes value has been increased, right? Plus, when I would be raising the general star level, now you can see it has been raised above the 200. So this is what guys this star level and also this experience part is doing. When you upgrade your general and raise his levels and also increase his star level, it is just increasing the value in all of these attributes. Now let's see what these attributes are giving. Here you can see in the leadership, troop HP plus 20%, attack 21%, defense 20%, and politics. You can see all of these troop that to wounded 2.94%, right? As you will start adding the more value in it, these buffs will go also going to increase, right? Now guys, let's speak about this other part. These zeros, those are the green one. How to add the value in it, right? So to do this, you can do the gold cultivate in this starting. It will add the some value as right now you can see it, but after this sometimes it will stop adding the any value. Then what you have to do this cultivate where this 200 gems is required in the initial stage, right? Guys, firstly all of these attributes are important. In the monster killing you can go with the defense, attack, and HP, but in the PvP even prove that to one wounded is also very important, right? So you can go with the total increase, guys, right? Let it click on this particular part and just click over here, and you can see it is adding the lot of number over here, right? Just do the confirm and do the same stuff. This red 2 means it is the -2 in this particular value, and green one that it will going to add the value, right? And you can do the confirm, and similarly you can do it like that. And guys, how much value we can add in this green part? So maximally you can do the 500 or little more above the 500, depend on your last cultivation. So guys, this is about this attribute part, plus regarding this particular skill part. So how to achieve it, how to red star your general. So to do that, guys, firstly your general should be having the at least 5 star to actually able to ascend your general, right? And to ascend your general, what you would be needing the general fragments and also the blood of ads. And what are the general fragments? Basically you need to have the same kind of the general, right? So you need to ascend at least the 5 times over here to gain the one of these skills. So this is regarding the ascending part, guys. And now guys, regarding the how to upgrade the general to the much higher level, right? Firstly guys, your general level depends upon what is your monarch level. As right now you can see it, my monarch level is the 36. So the max you can upgrade your general, you know is the level 36 only, right? So if you want to upgrade your general above the level 36, so firstly what you need to do, you need to upgrade your monarch level, right? Now how to upgrade your general fast, guys? What you can do, if you have the any gold sub available, you know, like this one. So what you can do, you can attack the gold sub and it will give you the max amount of experience as compared to the any lower quality sub, right? So if you are attacking the purple sub, then it will give the little less than the gold sub, right? And apart from it, guys, so what you need to do, you can put up all the generals that you want to upgrade on all of your subordinate city, right? So whenever you're going for the attacking or defense and on the basis of the damage that you're doing to the enemy, you would be easily able to upgrade all the generals that you want to upgrade. So this is also the pretty easiest way to upgrade your general in the one shot, but it depends upon how much damage you're doing to the enemy, right? Now guys, let's speak about the debuff part. I mentioned in my previous video as well, but let's complete this video by adding the debuff part as well. Now guys, for debuff part, what you need to do on your subordinate city, put up the Sanada Yukimura kind of the general that is giving the monster defense by 5%, right? Or any general that you can find that you can get that is giving the monster debuff, you can put it on your subordinate city. And after that, what you have to do, you have to put all of these gear on that particular general, right? Four pieces of dragon gear that is giving the monster attack and defense minus 10% because we are going to debuff the monster. So here, so this second skill you can only achieve when you have the four pieces of dragon gear. Plus you can also add this general gear that gives the minus 5% when you have the two pieces. So here you can add the general gear as well to get the minus 5% monster attack, right? And apart from it, you can also upgrade the Sanada Yukimura, this first skill that is giving the debuff, right? Over here and over here, you can even all if you want, you can also upgrade this so that you can have the more debuff to weaken the monster, right? And apart from it, guys, why I'm not 5 star this particular general, and guys, the reason is pretty much simple, because very recently I informed you what this 5 star is doing is raising the value in these attributes of general, right? And guys, we do not need any buff from the general, those are there on the subordinate city. And the reason is why, because the buff do not work from the subordinate city, only the debuff work. Debuff means those are debuffing the monster or enemy, right? So anything that is related to the buff part will not going to work from the subordinate city. And that is why, guys, you can see I am not doing the 5 star on my subordinate city general, right? And guys, same thing, you have to do it on all of the subordinate city. What you need to do, you have to put it, you know you have to place the same kind of the general while having the all the gears within this particular general. And if in case, guys, you do not have this kind of the general, you can use any general, just put the gear within those general and put it on your subordinate city, right? Just like, right now I am doing it. I am putting up all of my Sanada Yukimura, with all the proper gears, debuff gear all over the Sanada Yukimura. And if in case, guys, regarding the debuff part, what I'm doing right now, you want to know in details, then you can check my previous video, that is a new method to kill the high level monster in 2023 on my channel. So basically, guys, on the all the subordinate city, you have to do the same, right? And afterwards, guys, you can simply go and kill the monster. And what you just need to do, as I informed you, go with your general combination with the gears that I informed you, with all the skill books. Then attach the all of these subordinate city where you have those debuff general with debuff gears. And afterwards, just use the one big layer of mounted troops, right? Whatever your highest tier mounted troop is, right? One big layer. Guys, do not do any mixing, right? That do not work. That will give you the unnecessary damage. Even with the another calf layer, right? You have to go with your highest tier calf layer, right? Now, guys, apart from it, there are so many things in the game that is giving the buffs. Like, if I will give you the example, these mounted troop blazons, where you can activate this soul set, you need the six pieces of the soul set, to activate these skills, to mounted to HP, mounted to defense on monster, mounted to attack on monster, right? In details, I will make any other video on the blazons, and apart from it, in the monarch gear, you can also select the mounted troop attack, defense, and HP so that you can buff up your mounted troops, right? And guys, there are so many things within the game that is giving you the buffs, and unfortunately, within the one video, covering up all the aspect is just is very hard. So I think that, guys, this is it for this particular video, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And thank you guys, and thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.